Good morning, everyone. Welcome. My name is Menachem Creditor. It's my honor to serve as scholar in residence and rabbi for UJA Federation of New York. We bring you Torah and music, blessing, and community every weekday. We've been doing so since March 18th, 2020. Today it is Wednesday, March 26th, 2025. That is 5 years and a whole bunch of days since we began this community with friends all over the world, coming together each day to say good morning by name, to find each other 1,269 times. Thank you, Penny. To know that we will find friends. Hi, Susie, Sandy, and Linda. It's good to see all of you. We'll learn Torah. We'll lift each other up. We'll support each other. Jack and Catherine, Carl, and Boker Tov, it's good to see you. So let's do what we do every day. Let's find each other. Let's care for each other. Let's learn together. Let's say good morning to a few friends, and then we will begin with a bracha. Shush, it's good to see you. Adele, welcome, my friend. Good to see you. Dale and Lydia, Chalet, Sharon, Jerry, Cecile, Ellen, Jonathan, Roberto, Barry, and Debbie. Good morning. Hi, Rosa, Natalia, and Amy. Boker Tov, my friends. Joyce, it's good to see you. Let's take a breath, sing a bracha, learn some Torah. Stan, sending love all the way to you and Diana in Japan. Corinne, bonjour. Back to you. Good morning, friends. It's good to see all of you. I hope that you and yours are safe and well. It is broadcast 1269. It is day 537 since October 7th. I wanted to focus today on Parshat Pekudei, which we've been reading together this week. We will read it this Shabbat. It is the end of the book of Exodus. It is the final Torah portion in the book of Shemot. And it is an extraordinary thing to come to the end of an entire book of the Torah. If you've ever looked into the Torah scroll itself, when one of the 5 books ends, actually the first 4, you'll understand in a moment, there is a physical break in the scroll's writing. It's a 4-line interruption. So between Genesis and Exodus, there's a 4-line break. Between Exodus and Leviticus, then Leviticus and Numbers, and because Deuteronomy is the very end of the Torah, there's no physical break necessary there. There's a recitation, which is different than just reading. When we share Torah in community, and we come to the end of one of the books, you might know what we say. The reader comes to the end of the book of the Torah, and if it's a man who's been reading, we say Chazak, Chazak v'nit chazek. For a woman, it's Chizki, Chizki v'imtzi. Chizki, Chizki v'nit chazek. Be strong, and together we will be strong. One of the translations I've seen recently is be strong, and we will take strength from you. And it is an interesting choice of words. Why do we say, when the reader comes to the end of the book of the Torah, be strong, and we will take strength from you? It is perhaps because, and I'm channeling here a beautiful teaching this week by my teacher, my friend, Rabbi Eliezer Diamond, who just retired after a beautiful career teaching everything worth learning at the Jewish Theological Seminary and writing so beautifully all of his scholarship. You can find him on Facebook. He is so inspiring. Rabbi Eliezer Diamond. He writes that the reason why we say at the end of a book of the Torah, Chazak, Chazak, v'nit chazek, or Chizki, Chizki, v'nit chazek, is because to be a reader of the text is very demanding. To stand in front of a community and lead in any way takes a lot of strength. All of us who have taken turns standing in front of any group, but specifically in these religious moments, in these moments of spiritual transcendence, and also, especially when it comes to the end of a book of the Torah, because actually it's sad. I might be ready to be done with the minute descriptions of the Mishkan. I am, actually. But I will be sad to see Shmot go. There is glory in the book of Vayikra, in the book of Leviticus. I'm excited about that. But closing the book of Shmot, closing the book of Exodus, is like saying goodbye to a good friend. And it took a lot of lifting to get us to this point. Why do we say Chazak, Chazak? Because actually there's a 4-line break. And in that break, the reader gets a chance to renew their own spirit. If you have served as a leader, a prayer leader, a communal leader, a committee head, president of a community, all of this comes with its own kind of weight. And in fact, for the community to say Chazak, Chazak, or Chizki, Chizki, is to say, we see how hard you've been working. Be strong. Be strong. We derive strength from you. You be strong. And what a recognition it is. I would encourage us in this moment of our Torah reading cycle and in this moment of our lives to recognize that the world has not gotten simpler, not in the 537 days since October 7th, not in the 1,269 days since 5 years ago at the very beginning of the pandemic, we began this community. We all have been carrying so much. Let's take a moment, and whoever serves as a leader in your life, reach out to them this week, maybe today, right when we're done with the broadcast, and just write them a short note and say, I've seen your leadership and I appreciate you so much. Take good care of yourself. Be strong. Thank you, Adrian. That's very sweet. Because when we offer our leaders strength, chazak, chazak, or chizki, chizki, that's how we need chazek. That's how we become strong. By strengthening our leaders, we offer them the strength they need to do their work, which is strengthening all of us. It is a virtuous cycle. And so when we come to the end of the book of Shmot, just reading this beautiful teaching, this beautiful teaching by Rabbi Eliezer Diamond, who I've been quoting. He says, so too with the completion of Shmot. These are his words. The reading ends with a crescendo, right? The dedication of the Mishkan, the tabernacle. God's presence appears. And yet it will be followed by the blessing recited at the end of every aliyah. We, the listeners, are afraid that as with the 7 lean cows who ate the 7 fat ones in Pharaoh's dream, the drama and power of the words we have heard will be swallowed up by the ordinariness of the blessing that follows. We also know that more lies ahead, including the tragic death of Aaron's sons in the beginning of Leviticus, which will mar the dedication of the building, the construction of which has been described so lovingly in Shmot. Therefore, Rabbi Diamond says, we need strength. We need to be saved from the depression that accompanies endings. And we need strength to face and navigate the stories that will follow. Isn't it beautiful? Isn't it beautiful to acknowledge our vulnerability as readers of the text who are wrapped up in the story, who are wrapped up in the ups and downs of the narrative, who feel the physical changes in the text in our bodies? And so to say to the text itself and to the reader of the text, Chazak, Chazak, v'nit chazek. Chizki, chizki, v'nit chazek. Be strong, our teachers. Be strong, our leaders. Through your strength, we are all strengthened. So, again, friends, at the end of this broadcast, write an email, make a call, send a text, make a donation if that's what you can do, in honor of the leaders who lead us all, because they could use those 4 lines of breathing space. And part of the way we can provide it for them is to say, thank you. I see you. I appreciate you. Thank you for all the work you do. Take a breath. We really, really know that you've been working hard. So, friends, in that spirit, in honor of our teacher, Rabbi Eliezer Diamond, in honor of all of our leaders, let's send our hearts to the east, because there are leaders who need that strengthening these days, perhaps more than anyone has ever needed them. Those family members of hostages who are fighting the very political system in Israel that has the power to make better things happen. Let's offer the family, our family, the beloveds of our beloved hostages. Give them our strength. It's not the time for pause. So let's give them the strength we can. Send your hearts to the east with me, friends. Kol od balevav pnima nefesh Yehudi homia ulefatei mizrach kadima ayin letzion tzofia od lo avda tikvateinu התקווה בת שנות 2000 להיות עם חופשי בארצנו ארץ ציון וירושלים להיות עם חופשי בארצנו ארץ ציון Virushalayim. Bring them home now. Am Yisrael Chai. See you tomorrow, my friends.